string the passes. This is a better chance now. They got a man in the middle. Beckham Abdallah is looking for that ball as well. There he is, Abdallah, with a chance to strike. He dummies one, goes past the goalkeeper. It's the most beautiful of goals by Jimma over Jifar. Ultimately getting into the net. That's the beauty of it all. Might be losing, yes, but that's how you score the goals. Lovely one and a beautiful celebration as well on the sides. He obviously will endear himself to the fans as well. That is Beckham Abdallah. Takes his time and the coach is happy with him as well. Rounds up everybody there is in that defense, including the goalkeeper. From Jimma University, the final score is Jimma.
And today we are interested in Adama Kenema taking on Jimma Jifar. Remember, when there's a fight up at the top, there's always a fight down at the bottom. So the fight today is going to be between the teams that are positioned 12th and 13th on the log. Well, big run down on the left side, then going towards goal. It's still in play, this one. Make any mistakes with it. The first real onslaught that Adama is making down on the left side. Going directly for goal may not have been the good idea. The shots in green, the midfielders come out to try and challenge for the ball. The intention is usually then to create that space in which you can be able to play the ball back. This is going to be a back pass. That's what the referee says as well. It comes off the foot of Tafesa Serka. And he should know the difference between a back pass and just a normal touch on the ball. It wasn't a deflection that came from him. It's a back pass that Tafesa Serka gives his goalkeeper. But there's so many players going to take it. It's indirect. It's been badly done. And Jimma don't take advantage of it. Now they've got a little bit of width on the right side. The Jimma side bringing in the cross. It's a big one. Intercepted into the net. And Jimma opened the scoreline here. And what a celebration as well from Sadiq Secho. That's the kind of interception that gets you into the score chart. And Jimma draw the first blood here through Sadiq Secho. Well, when they use the width, then the width certainly agrees to the use. And one touch on it is what Sadiq Secho needs. Looking for a chance to bring in a 45. Good run by Abdissa, but he tries too hard. Should have left the ball for the other men who are there. Fisea Thomas was very close there to be able to just pump the ball into the net. But it's those moments where you want to be the superstar. He tried to get the better of the defender, but once he does, should have released it here. Belai Abaine will be the man to take it. Goes directly towards goal, slightly just above the goal area and off the field of play. I don't know why I have a feeling that this man is not living up to his full potential. Belai Abaine. They got 1, 2, 3 men just waiting to go behind the wall. Goalkeeper has it. Uses his height, uses his speed as well, and gets onto it. No trouble at all for him.
You can never beat that kind of a player with a lot of agility, and he's a very, very tall player, Abubakar Nouri.
Here is Adama. Just a little bit too much gulbat on that. Too much energy on that. It goes past everybody else. It was intended for right into the hands of the goalkeeper, Abubakar Nouri. Oh, we'll have no problem slowing the game a bit. Yep, 6 seconds counted for him, but oh, he's gonna know how to play the game, I tell you. Well, we'll see how Adama is going to be doing it. Most likely they'll roll it down on the right side to try and bring in a cross. I see Abai Belaine is, was trying to get into position. It's in the net. A left footer in swinger that now changes the scoreline from mistakes that have been committed by the defenders and the goalkeeper unnecessarily. And this one
that should be
is put in the net by the defender, Ayob Matias.
He would release the ball, the better for him.
Oh, Gilbert, if I didn't know you well. Oh, this is parried off. If I didn't know you well, I'd start looking for Abdissa to see what happened to his left foot. You're saying he doesn't have it? He's operating on one foot? Yeah, all making sure that they've marked the taller of the players. This is in the net! A very, very confident, accurate header that beats everybody else, gives the advantage back to the Jimma Jifar side. Well, beating the goalkeeper, Daniel Teshome, and the defenders as well. They weren't expecting it. He wasn't expecting it. They will celebrate it because of just the way they have worked hard to try and get it into the net. The scoreline at full time, Adama 1, Jimma 2 from the Bahar Dar International Stadium. A very good evening to you. Welcome to the floodlit match of Awassa City versus Jimma Jifar. This is coming to you live on your World of Champions from Diredar International Stadium. It's the second match of the afternoon. There's just 4 men almost behind the defense, and that includes Tebareka Feno and Biranu Bekele, obviously looking for a rebound. Oh, it's pried off by Nuri. It's on target. Yene was also waiting for it there. Now that's good goalkeeping. That's a good shot as well, going right through everybody else, Gilbert.
Absolutely. It's well bent, good power, trying to get the far post. And that actually comes from Alelin Azene.
Good cross coming in from the right side, looking for a chance at a shot. Nuri parries it back. 2 saves from Abubakar Nuri from very hard shots that were coming towards him. And I was just about to say, Gilbert, that these two teams are enjoying the fact that it has rained on this field and drained off, and now it's a very nice surface to play on. Oh, looking for a left foot cross, a dangerous one to Nuri, who just manages to keep it off the field of play. Abubakar Nuri parries that shot away from Desta Yohannes. He's done well, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's a very good delivery from Desta Yohannes, who's playing as a wing back, not necessarily as a full back, and that is a good save, very close.
The third save that Abubakar Nuri exacts here. It's a dangerous situation here with the Abuzu taking his time before he clears the ball, and Biruk Mayene getting in front of him and shooting, just not getting it on target. And for the first time, Abubakar Nuri was a little bit of a worried man as well in the Jimma Jifar side. He has made 3 good saves. And they're using the left side very well. Biruk Mayede again gets into the box. He decides to curve it back onto his favored right foot. And then they brought it all the way back. The shot from a distance is parried back by Nuri. But no one has to touch it back into the net. The rebound goes begging in there, Gilbert.
Yeah, that's a good 45 by Biruk onto Alelin Azene's foot. And with the right foot, good power, again being blocked by Abubakar Nur.
And a chance for a shot here. Here is a perfect chance to try and put the ball into the net here. Again, stopped by Abubakar Nuri, coming off the feet of Biranu Bekele. The advantage play working for them this time round. But Abubakar Nuri is suddenly the story of the first half. We will be looking at our best to go about it as Jimma bring it across and put it in the net. Lovely little touch coming off to Mesget Derese. But the work being done on the left side. This is just about 20 seconds into the start. Probably angling again for one of the fastest goals scored in resumption. Mesget Derese will be the man who will take the credit for it, with very good work coming off the left side of the attack. This one was a hanging free header here, but it doesn't go into the net. They'll all be wondering how they didn't put it in the net here. There's just about 2 men running for it. The tallest of them, Gilbert.
That is Alelin's.
Alelin?
Yes, he should have directed that ball. That is a well-timed perfect.
But we are running short of time for the Awassa side. We're playing the 90th minute of the game. Well, looking for a chance at a shot, and instead going down easily. It's deflected into the net, this one. Oh. It's going to count for Awassa. The test of character we're talking about is the one that lets them down in the very last minute of the game here. A very unlikely scorer as well for the Awasa side. But they say all players can score. It takes the first shot there, and then the deflection here. The man who's going out to celebrate on the other side. Look at Mulugeta. He's livid and very annoyed at it. But at full time, an on goal in the 90th minute for Wubshet Alebayehu. Awasa 1. And Temesgen Teresa's goal makes it 1 for Jimma as well at full time. At the Jimma University Stadium is where this match is going to be taking place. It's the last match that Jimma Jifar, their team, will be playing as well. It's going to be against Bahadar Ketema. Here is a good shot that goes directly towards goal, signaling the early intentions for the Jimma Jifar side. Son Merit called in to salvage this one. The corner, very long one, the header! Again, just parried away, coming from Melaku Walde. Yep. They didn't want to let Jimma even settle down. They didn't want to get Barda to settle down. This will be Fitsu Malemu out on the left side. Here is a good chance for Jimma. Cutting it. Does it go into the net? Yes! Jimma opened the scores here. The control just on the line. And away from the goalkeeper, and then sneaking it in the nearest post there. The mayor obviously will applaud that. Of course, he will be in the company of the deputy mayor, Kasaun Jaber, and the mayor, Tijani Nasser, obviously saluting it, plus the fans who have traveled far and wide, lots of times to be able to watch this team. Cuts it, Fitsu Malemu is out on the left side with it into the box. He's put it in the net. Alemu in a solo mover. Levels the scores here. Just 2.5 minutes after the celebration for the Jimma Jifar side, Fitsum cancels that celebration and tries to spark off a celebration of their own against the goalkeeper Abubakar Nouri. Oh, he's a very speedy man here, but this comes from deep into their own half. And look at that through ball. He's onside. There's only one person. He starts the run. It's the run that beats everybody else. Very confident on the ball as well. And he knows that any touch on him can result into a penalty. Here's across. The header is perfect. It's hard enough. It comes from a man who's been looking for a chance to go there so often. Benyilu Ondibu heads it into the net with precision and with the power here to change the scoreline again for Bahardara. They've been trying to bring in the crosses for him. He's been trying to run into positions from left and right, but this one is the most perfect way of bringing it on. It doesn't elicit a good reaction from their home fans. Melaku Walde is just a man for that job. He goes direct. Ooh. There must have been a tiny little fingertip touch that sends it out for a corner. They've done so well from the set pieces. Surafel Awol out on the right side, and then a good stop here, and a shot is in the net! Lovely shot coming from Temesgen Terese. Scores another goal in a classic style for the Jimma Jifar side. One that could not be stopped by the defenders. And now the Jimma fans can sing again. What a shot from Temesgen. They may be at the bottom of the Premier League table standings, but at the moment, they're on top of their game in terms of goal scoring. There's absolutely no way you can take that from him. Good ball coming from the center. And after Wakaelu will get it onto the right side. Wasenu has turned the defender inside out. He's turned in on the other man, and then he does the worst of it all. After doing all the work, all the difficult work, the easier part lets Wasenu early down. This would have been Wasenu's crowning moment. Look at the way he stops the ball. Good control, turns the defender inside out, turns the other defender in. Then the placing of this one into the net, Gilbert. Dara behind Fasil, Ethiopia, Buddha and Hadia. 22, 20 and 19 points. Dara themselves are only at 15 points. Can they then finish it here? It's one of those days that, you know, the prayer has been answered. I think we should have also found out what kind of prayer he was giving. Maybe the prayer was that they do not lose the game. A lovely game for Jimma Jifar and for Bahardar as well. Full time at the Jimma University Stadium. Bahardar 2, Jimma 2 for their draw on the 4th one in their games. But that's how the game ends from Jimma University Stadium. And a very good afternoon to you again from the precincts of the Jimma University. Another match that is pitting the men who are doing some very good work up at the front, the Ethiopia Buna side, and playing against Jimma Jifar. There's 3 pairs of stockings every time. Look at the beauty of it as Nasser puts in the ball in the net. From what would look like a very, very harmless kind of move. The fans have something to jump about for in these very early stages of the game. Nasser is again on the score chart. And this didn't look dangerous at all. They looked like they were just moving it around. This area is covered by the wall that has been mounted by Jimma. It's lifted above, it takes the poster. It goes over the bar. But some very good technical execution of it here. This is Nasser. Dummies that is going for a shot, ultimately sprays it just onto the farther side of Jacob Penze, but it goes off the field of play. But you can see everybody exhaling in that box as soon as that ball goes out, Gilbert.
You don't give him that space. Look at him. He times his run, and at the point where the defender feels that now he's about to get the ball, he hits that ball, and it just misses.
Now there are 2 men up at the front, and a 3rd one is approaching. Nasser gives it very unselfishly. Yeah, that feeling is mutual to the fans as well. That was a very unselfish moment for Abubakar Nasser. And this is given out as a penalty for Jimma for that push in the box. Referee Tekalim Lema gives it out for a penalty. And Jimma will get a chance to level the scores here. But it's in the box and it counts, and it's facing the goal area. It's a penalty. It's in the net. Well, Buzayew is celebrating it. And Jimma Jifar draw level with the caretaker coach Yusuf Ali. Happy at the moment that the scoreline is tied at 1-1. Looking to set himself up in a position. Jacob Penze makes himself elastic and pushes the ball out. A little bit of an acrobatic save coming from Jacob Penze. A big run by Abebe Tilahun on the right side. And now a good ball out with a chance for Buzayew. Oh, he bumps it out of the field of play. Buzayew had a chance to just put it in the net. He could have chosen to place it. He could have chosen power, but with precision as well. It doesn't come any better than that. He plays it and then pumps it hard past Tekle Mariam Shanko.
He fails to execute, and Jimma would have been ahead by 3 goals by now as we speak, had they put their ball.
Here is a chance for Buna. They almost put it in their own net. Finally, it goes in, coming from Asrat Tunjo. Well, I think the fact that they hadn't scored from 3 chances up at the front has put a little bit of a dent in the way they were playing at the back here. And so they don't defend so well. Or they give a chance to Asrat Tunja to change the scoreline here.
So it's out on the right side. There's 3 men from the Ethiopia Buna side. Nasser is the latest to join it. Comes off to the left side.
This will be in the net. There's no doubt about it. It was going to be in the net. Totally left it mark there. William Solomon was in prime position with a good ball that comes to him. There is no way he would have missed that one. That's what you do when you're in front of goal. You don't miss the target. You don't miss a chance to make your fans happy as well. And William Solomon did what was the easiest thing to do there. The final score from the Jimma University Stadium is Ethiopia Coffee 3, Jimma 1 at full time.
Bahar Dar International Stadium for Sil Kedema wants to leave that lasting, fast, nice taste on your mouth by playing against the second last team on the log. So Fasil is first on the log with 35 points, 25 points above Jimma, who are at the bottom of the at the second last at the log. Well, Fasil finding the spaces in the middle. Mujib Kasim providing the decoy and opening up the center for an attack. It's just that the shot is not on target. But a very spirited run. Good decoy by Mujib Kasim. He gets all the defenders following him, knowing he can open it up for a shot. So many other people have accumulated more than 8 cards. They've been suspended for a match at least, including Amsalu Tilahud, who's on the Fasil side, and who's also scored one of the most brilliant goals of the league so far. Here is another one. Oh, can't be kept in play, coming from Bezabe Meleyu. And Abubakar Nouri, I think, caught by surprise on that one. He didn't expect the shot to come from so far away. As it's bouncing, he just manages to put his fingers on it, but he can't bring it back into play. So it's going to be a corner. The one of the person. Oh, here is Mujib with a little touch that almost beats Abubakar Nouri. Well, it doesn't almost beat him. It actually beats Abubakar Nouri. It's just that it's not on target. He's got another chance here with a harder shot, and the second one touching it back into the net. Yeah, just a minute after he had tried to actually put it in. Mujib Kasim scores his 14th goal. It's just also the anticipation of it. He doesn't move away after the ball takes the post. He actually goes for the rebound and quickly enough puts it in the net. Well, they want to hear it from the fans, don't they? And they've got a reason to. Some stylish play by Shimekit Gutsa, almost losing it for the side, but Kadir Koulibaly, the Ivorian, picks it back. It's a good delivery, and Mujib Kasim Hamza is on target again. Just 4 minutes after he has scored the first goal, Mujib Kasim is bent on punishing the Jimma Jifar side. He's going to be making up for the number of matches in which he has not scored a goal. We'll probably be trying to score all of them in this one. It's the last match they will be playing in Bahar Dar. Mujib certainly wants the best of it. It's going to be a big celebration in Fasil today. Shimekit has got 2 options and he chooses the correct one to get into Mujib Kasim. Now there are 2 men here. Now this is to Beriket Desta. He leaves it behind. The shot is not a very good one, but it comes to Mujib Kasim in a prime position as well. Like I said, there's going to be the story of Mujib Kasim and others.
Yes, I like the intricate passing of both Beriket Desta and Mujib Kasim.
And this was intended for Shimekit. Yeah, there's a shot that takes the crossbar. Well, this comes off the feet of Surafel Denachu. Yeah, the story will include Surafel Denachu, so it will be Mujib Kasim and others. Beriket Desta is one of them, and now Surafel Denachu is getting himself into that story as well. But a powerful shot, very well angled as well. Here is an easy one that was picked up by Mujib Kasim. Well, that would just be a gift again. I mean, at a time when you expect Jimma to be on the possession, but how do they lose that one?
Look,
I mean, there's 4 of them there.
That is negative football.
But there is 4 of them, and what kind of pass is that? With only one of those shots being on the outside. of Enyeo Kasahuna. It's a good delivery. Shibeke Guksa puts his head to it, but it veers off target.
Good header.
Still on the right side. And across comes it. Too hard taken, this one. Not very well taken as well. Not now, Gabriel Georgis would have been a superstar. So from the Bahadara International Stadium, Hasil 2, Jimma 0 at full time.
And a very good morning to you and welcome to the Bahadar International Stadium. That's where we're going to have our first match today. And it's going to be a very tough physical match here of Hadi Hossaina against Jimma Abba Jifar. The two teams meeting officially for the very first time in the Premier League. Hadi Hossaina side then pushes it back. One of the men who's played literally every game for this side. A good run down on the left side. The cutback is good enough. A pair turns and shoots. Forces the goalkeeper into a stretching kind of save, but doesn't find the target. First time, Gilbert, that we see the pair actually very, very sharp up at the front and right at the center as well.
Yeah, we've always blamed him for not taking the chances, but this time round he makes a 360. There's a 360 turn with a good shot, hits the post, and just shows you the mark of a good striker.
Dula Mulatu, here is a chance, he's stopped it, he's taken too long, but he brings it to a better position, again mistakes the crossbar. Oh, just how unfortunate sometimes can the players be. And for Manuel Gabeda, he did think that this one was already in the net, and then he realizes that it's taken the post. Fed very nicely from the right side by Dula Mulatu. I thought at this moment he had wasted it, Gilbert, but I think he organized it even better.
I thought that he was going to take a shot, but again, that 45 gives Emmanuel Gobena an opportunity to be able at least to put that ball in. That first touch, absolutely fantastic.
Dula Mulatu plays it to Dawa Hotesa, who decides to get it to Adi Sinsa. Not on target, but not a bad build-up, Gilbert. Not a bad one at all.
It's not a bad build-up from Dula Mulatu. That he's going into areas where there's so many red stockings instead of at least playing on a wider area where there is less traffic.
So they have 4 men up at the front. Temesgen Deresa is the one who's trying, well, he's the one who gets it back. He's trying to dance his way towards a shot. He forces the goalkeeper into a very sudden burst of energy to try and stretch himself to get to it. Derese, but the dancing that he did in there, left, right and center, he had 6 men marching him. And look at that. In the field, here comes Jimma. And you can see from the speed that this is exactly what they wanted. The goalkeeper is off his line, and this one just veers off target. Lovely run by Sadiq Seicho. It's very obvious they decided to stay back in the first half and just soak the pressure and restrict Hadia from scoring. But the quick action in this second half tells you that they want that fast break, and that's the one they want to use to get the better of this game, Gilbert.
It's a good run. It's a good run and a big mistake from Dula Mulatu on the right back position.
He has to abandon the run at some point if they think that it's going to be offside. This time round he's onside and brings in the cross. Here is the header for Al Hassan. It just doesn't get on target again. Well, how long do you have to have these touches, Gilbert, for you to get on target? How long do you have to practice to get this thing on target?
Now, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Getting the balls to wider areas where there's only a 1v1 situation. A good run from the right by Dula Mulatu. Muluken Tariq just didn't
do the right thing with it as Hadia bring it out now. There is Dauro Tessa, hits the side netting. When the chances are lost on this other side, you can count on the other side capitalizing on the little that they've got. And they counted on Dauro Tessa to get this. The touch by Abubakar Nouri. Only playing a total of 180 minutes, not too many ones. Here is a chance for a shot. Good one this time round from Jimma Jifar. The best so far that they will get, and Surafela Wall fluffs it. They have the numbers. Of course the coach has got a reason to get annoyed. They've worked it well. They have the numbers this time round. It's just them. It's any three of them who can put it in the net on this other side. Any two now. Idea to try and bring it here. The Jula Mulatu doesn't have a good touch. Al Hassan has put it in the net. And Al Hassan will be the toast of Hadia Osaina in the 93rd minute of the game. That celebration telling you that it's been the most difficult of the matches that they have played so far. And for Jimma Jifar, the test of character has never been as hard as it has been in this game at the Bahar Dar International Stadium. So Dao Tess as well joined in that celebration. The final score from the Bahar Dar International University: Hadia Osaina 1, Jimma 0. And a very good afternoon to you. Welcome to the eastern edge of Africa's Great Rift Valley. That's where the city of Dire Dawa appears from the desert, the Dire Dawa International Stadium. Jimma Jifar will be playing Dire Dawa City. So Dire Dawa is at home today. Will be expected to produce a performance that's befitting of a team that is playing at home. Here is Nanjebo trying to bring in a 45. Forces Whoopshet into a clearance again. And a good thing that it was cleared right on time, because there were a couple of other men in white who were approaching it. Well, here is the Buidid Busa. Little through ball on the left side. This is a good clearance coming from the defender here. Should have released the ball earlier on. You know, very, very good clearance away from Mashalel Girma.
It was very, very good delivery. But again, you can't take it away from the defender there.
Oh, he did a good job.
He did a fantastic job.
The midfielder trying to angle it down for the 5 men who are already in the area here. And Itabuda was almost trying to connect it into the net, but it got him very abruptly. Tried to use his knee, tried to use his upper body as well to put it in the net. But ultimately, it has been salvaged, Gilbert.
Well, I think there's some very good deliveries both on the left and right-hand side of the attack. And that's a nice one from Hailu Daniel.
Rogers Adongo, Richmond Rogers Adongo, that's his name, RR. This one right at the corner again. It's Emuna going for it, and again he doesn't connect with it. He was attempting to get it in there. Nice ball control as well. Right cross here. Fireo has missed it. This is going to look like the perfect chance for a shot towards goal, but a little bit slow in delivering it. And Jimma Jifar, don't put it in the net. Walalin Kebiru is the man who was going to go for it, but it took a little time, Gilbert, didn't he?
Well, it's a very, very good ball control there from Mataro, and a good cross right in between the goalkeeper and the defenders.
This is Nanjebo. Can he go for the shot? Tries to bring it past the goalkeeper. Fireo gets a hook. The angle is very acute, and Fireo, being the tall man that he is, has also covered the distance and makes it very difficult. It's going to be a free kick here for the Jimma Jifar side. A hard one, he takes the post. Fireo Getahun was already left flat foot. He didn't think that was going to be still in play here and didn't make any effort to go for it. Nanjebo loves to employ the speed. Good turn on the left foot. And a chance for Muhyiddin. Should go for a... He should have been going for a shot as well, but he gets a penalty instead. Here it is again. Muhyiddin goes for this ball. Does he have possession? Yeah, well...
No, that's a dive. That is a dive.
No penalty there.
That is a dive
as well. He simply smears himself on the defender. Here it is again. He has one touch on the ball. Here is the opposite side of it. Well,
it's a dive.
The honest truth is that Temesgen Derese gets himself in front of Muhyiddin, but he doesn't tackle him down. With Dire Dawa having a chance here. And it's in the net. Nuri sent on the other side, while the ball is put on his left side. Very well taken penalty by Daniel Hailu. Totally impossible to save for Nuri. And that changes the scoreline at the Dire Dawa International Stadium, with Hailu getting himself on the score chart. Okay, here is Nanjebo. And with a good league like this, Nanjebo! Oh, he bangs onto the post. How unlucky can he be? after getting the better of the most difficult man to beat in today's game, who has been Alex Amuzu. He gets the better of him, but it bangs the post.
Well, that's a
surely
run.
this would have been this was a chance and a half.
Good run, good speed, good change of direction, and good technical application.
Now Jimma goes for a hard shot again, the same post, but here is a chance for a rebound. This is going to be a foul. He'll be counting 2 chances that he has lost to that post. This time round, he looks at the goalkeeper, goes for a hard post, the same post, a hard shot that hits the same post that he hit earlier on. And again, as in the first situation, he had already gotten the better of Alex Amuzu. The final score then, giving them 3 points and probably moving them up a bit, is Jimma 0 and Diradawa 1. Well, it's the very last time we'll be seeing the flood-lit Diradawa Stadium, at least in this season. And from a distance, it will still remind you of a very, very expensive jewel on a bevy of other stones in your necklace. It's shooting out of that night sky of Diradawa. And it's ushering us into the game of Jimma Jifar playing against Ethiopia Buna, chasing the record of 25 goals in the Ethiopian Premier League. Well, spent too much trying to run around again instead of going for the shot. And a good attempt from the left foot of Mikias Mekonnen. Just that it ends into the hands of Abubakar Nouri quite easily. They were appealing for that handball.
There was a handball appeal, and then a very weak shot from Mikias Mekonnen.
Prince Wongo then leaves it to another strike, and then a header from this from the right side from this man who loves to score in the very quick times of resumption. Tebesgen Derese gets his head onto it. He's on the outside. He's chosen the spot, but he's pushed it too far away.
It's a good build-up. It's one of the best build-ups Jimma has done in the last few minutes of the game.
Abubakar Nasir has decided to come back into the midfield to challenge for the balls here. He loses it. Intended for Sumanu. The ball is just inches wide. Of course, the man wreaking havoc on the game here. It wasn't anything that defenders couldn't deal with. And this pass didn't look like it was going to get there anyway. But then it slows down as it is being chased by Abebeti Lawuna, the goalkeeper, as well. Looking for a return ball here. Abubakar Nasir was very well placed here. Goes down a little bit too easily. The intimation of a tackle there is just exciting to the fans, but he doesn't have enough contact. There's nothing there to warrant a penalty at all.
He was not in control of the ball.
Absolutely not. But even the tackle in itself, I mean, it's a tackle on the ball,
yeah.
You know, and he just doesn't take off himself. He comes down so heavy when he does. Good ball into the box, looking for Abubakar Nasir. He brings it back, and a return ball. They try to cut it again into a 45. Should have been going into a power shot here. It just misses by inches here, coming off the feet of Emmanuel Yohannes. But a good 1-2-1-2 combination in there, Gilbert.
Yeah, it's 1-2 combination there. Again, he gets it back. A good 45. Nouri puts his foot in, and you expect that Work would clear that ball quickly. He delays a little bit, and almost gifting Ethiopia Buna with an opportunity to be able to put the ball in the net.
Nasir chancing on a ball, going past the defenders here. He's got a chance for a shot. He's got it into the box. He goes past the defender, tries to bring it back, almost getting it through the feet of Abubakar Nouri. Nouri just recovers on time. I don't know why he didn't go for the shot on the second touch.
He should have.
But he preferred again to see whether or not he was going to be tackled down. He pushes it far off from himself, comes in, negotiates in front of him, gets the better of him. Down on the right side, looking for a chance to bring it across. There's a little touch on that ball that makes it a corner. And that forces Tekna Mariam Shanko to put his hand out just in case it's going to be rolling into the net. He takes the top netting.
It's a good run by Siom on the right-hand side.
Nasir tries to go for a shot here. He does well to go for that strike. It just misses it altogether. There's no touch on him, however. Yeah, this man, he knows exactly what to do.
Yes, he's looking for that one tackle just inside the box.
The new man in the Jimma side, Sadiq Secho, has got fresh legs that he wants to use here. Waongo has brought it to Tebesgen Derese. Wasn't sure on how to take that shot. Another good chance that Jimma have gotten in front of goal. They don't use it quickly enough.
It's a good steal.
brings it nicely.
That's a nice one. And I think at this particular juncture, the Mexican Deresa should have taken a shot. But he wanted to take another step. And look at him.
The character that has come into question when they have conceded in the very last minutes of the game. That's how they conceded against Awasa. But this one almost just going into the net here from a very long distance on the left side. And by a miracle here, Prince would have put this in the net. The bouncing is what we said. If you let it bounce ahead of you, a lot of wrong things can happen. Prince Waongo might have just changed the result of this one. And that's the way it ends from the Diradawa International Stadium. After 30 matches in Diradawa, it's time to say goodbye to Diradawa with a scoreline left here of Jimma Jifar 0 and Ethiopia Puna 0 at full time. Here in the state called Diradawa, the Diradawa International Stadium, there's going to be some matches again in the Ethiopian Premier League, and that's Jimma Jifar will be playing Sebeta Ketema. This is Ntambi again for Sebeta. Opts to go for a shot on his own. Now that is called a shot on target, Gilbert. The shot has got to get to the target, which is the goal area.
It's quite a distance. It's quite a distance, and that is a ferocious shot, well timed. You know, good application onto it.
Oh, it's not a very good one. He just doesn't have the contact with that ball. Chipped back. A diving header by Alex Amuzu. It actually looked like a header from a striker. In fact, everybody was waiting for it to hit the net one day, Gilbert.
Oh, that was going to be a beautiful own goal. Because the pass is right to perfection. And Amuzu facing his own goal. What a way to bring a kick.
Are you thinking we should now introduce a prize for the best own goals that we have seen? This is where the goalkeeper has been penalized for taking that ball from outside.
Yes,
that's the equivalent of a handball. And carves it on his left foot, looking for the closest, and he finds it. That's the way to take a free kick. And Jimma Jifar will be celebrating the first goal in the 32nd minute of the game here at the Diradawa International Stadium. What a shot coming from Surafel. Now they're going to have to do what everybody expects of them to continue the attacks. Last time they drew is because of the character that was expected of them. Here is Bolchashura. Little ball to Abdullah Fiz. Tawfiq. Yeah, Tawfiq was trying to turn.
Yeah, he was cleared by Tishome.
Yeah. You see it from this side. Yeah, that's a foul. That's a foul. That's a pretty obvious foul.
Yes.
A foul in that box should have been
it's a penalty.
A penalty. Do you know that the referee judges the amount of contact there was? I think this time around there was more contact that would have warranted that. We saw another situation in which there was a pullback, as was explained, but I don't think there was. There is a chance to save Awuni. He's put it in the net. It would have been more difficult to miss this one than to put it on the net. The easiest of the options was to put it on the net. Left unmarked in the box. And Jimma Jifar again caught napping at a time when they should have been clearing the ball. I think they were still reeling from the fact that they could have conceded a penalty. And they forgot about Osei Mawoli on his own. He stays onside. He's right in the middle there, next to the penalty area. And the ball comes to him. And everybody stays away from where the ball is taken. It's not offside. Bolchashura. We're going to see this fight very often with the captain here. The footwork then gets a better. Osei Mawoli tries to place it onto the left side. With Nuri again living up to a good reputation by picking up that one, Gilbert.
That's quick fit. That's quick fit. Good pass from Bolchashura. And again it lands on the feet of Mawoli Osei. And he doesn't take a single second. He's always quick to release the ball. What a way to try and get Nuri on the flat foot.
Here is another chance again for Mawoli. Blocked off by Nuri. It's still in play, this one. Mawoli could have changed things here again.
That's good goalkeeping. Good pass by Bolchashura. Again, one touch. The first touch, absolutely fantastic. The second touch, only the goalkeeper was in between him and the second goal. What a way to stop that ball from Abubakar Nuri.
Osumanu from getting most of the feed that is supposed to be coming to him. Unless now Biaglin is overtaken. Here is Temesgen with a shot. It just veers narrowly away from the goal area. Oh, Mintesi Odalo is livid in the words that he's using to talk to his defenders. Biaglin is pulling, but Temesgen goes for a shot and far away there. Almost getting to be able to get the ball from there. Mawuli has capitalized on another nice ball. He's chipped it away from the goalkeeper and has put it in the net. In fact, the bench did not know whether that was going to go into the net or not, and started the celebration a little bit late. But Osei Mawuli has a brace in today's game, and the second one of them, the best of them all at the moment. Lovely little chip that beats Abubakar Nouri. The players didn't know exactly what he was doing on the substitutes bench. They didn't start the celebration at all. They now have 22 points. But this one has ended from the Derrida International Stadium. Jimma 1 and Sebera 2. It's full time. And from the capital Addis Ababa, the resumed Ethiopian Premier League has Jimma Jifar FC playing Hawassa City in the late kickoff of week 5, day match number 2. Elisa Taro is a field captain on the other side. Jacob Penza tries to get his hand to it. He missed it, and so did a good number of men out there. Literally everybody else missed it as well. The defenders are asking themselves who did that, who left it open. But then again, on the right foot, it's an outswinger and looking for a little touch. The connection doesn't come well enough from the captain, but you can only imagine what would have happened if the captain had gotten his head onto it. So the captain totally misses it. So Hawassa is not doing what they should do with the ball. Now maybe they have a better position now. It's one against the goalkeeper with a hard shot here. Ephraim Ashamo should have done better. He knows he should do better. You don't just hit it hard. You've got to have a way of hitting it as well, Gilbert.
Look at the position. The run was perfect. The timing of the pass was perfect. The goalkeeper is covering the near post. Then the far post is exactly where Ephraim Ashamo should have taken that shot.
Who are going to try and put in a through ball. They did a good thing to hold on to it because they get a better chance at a shot. Forcing Jacob Penze to parry it off the field of play. And if they are trying to get that ball to Biruk Beyene, he was going to be in the offside position there, so they hold it because he had started the run early enough, and that's a good tack then. But the shot itself, Gilbert, what do you make of it?
That's a good shot coming from Ephraim Zakaris. And again, good reflex action from the goalkeeper.
Penze doesn't take any chances. So it's going to be a free kick that will be taken by Ephraim Zakaris, playing for the Hawassa Kitema side. They're going to carve it in and hope that everybody goes down on it. It goes directly to the goalkeeper, bangs onto his chest, but Jacob Penze puts his body on line again, and the rebound still bangs into him. So Penze helps out the team. Jacob Penze is sorting out all their goalkeeping problems, and that is a good thing, Gilbert.
I've always told you about that area, especially that area just in front of the goalkeeper. As soon as the ball bounces, it becomes very difficult for the goalkeeper.
Here's another direct one. Now you can't say that he had a problem with the ball bouncing off, Gilbert.
No, that is just poor technique of holding on to the ball.
Yeah, but they're happy with him. Samson says, you're the Goliath here. You can do everything here for us, but it should have taken that one into custody. Or alternatively, calm it down and pick it up. But he just kind of blocked it back into play. From the pale shadow of a confused team that they were in the opening of matches, in which their goalkeeper was given a red card in the 8th minute, and in the absence of a substitute goalkeeper.
Ephraim Andreas is the person to come in at least.
Well, in the most unlikely of circumstances here, while we are still talking about the substitutions, things have changed for Jimma Jifar. How exactly did this happen? The celebration has started, so it's been allowed. And the shot came from the right side. The on goal from an attempt to clear that ball from the big defenders.
And oh, it is actually Mignot Debebe. He tries to clear this, but he takes it away from his own goalkeeper and into the net. And it's going to be a corner for Hawassa Ketema. Now they're thinking about how to pull at least a point out of this one. Ashamo has done it. It's in the net. Oh yes, we said this is not far from over. And we say that anything happens in this game, in these dying moments. And the same man who scored on his side is the same man who now redeems himself. Mignot Debebe puts himself twice on the score chart after he had scored in his own net. Yeah, you know, things get a little bit bitter sometimes, but that's the game of football. We had it, and now we don't have it. And we can say some not very nice words to whoever has made it that way. From the Addis Ababa Stadium, Jimma 1, Hawassa 1 at full time. Welcome to the Bet King Ethiopian Premier League. It's game day again. Jimma ama Jifar will be playing Fasil Ketema. Fasil Ketema will be looking for points here today. Yeah, when you see the captain getting in there, then you know they want to angle down for the header. And the captain actually did get it, but just didn't note it down on time. But Yared Bai is lending his services when they have those kinds of corners, Gilbert. Footwork as well coming into the game. Then you begin to enjoy how it is being played by the others. This one to Jimma! He hit it right into the goalkeeper. Should have given a little bit of a hard header into it. But Mujib comes close to putting it past Jaco Penze. And I don't know why he decided to place it and not with that much power. He could have just done a little more power on it. It's very well placed for him. He's onside. It needed power. Penze pushes it with one hand as Samuel Ioannes tries to bring it back as well. That's a lost opportunity, Gilbert.
The projection, you should have pushed it downwards. And that's why the reason why you don't need the Delamin Nasir. He's going to stay on the bench as far as Penzo.
As Yehun Endasho went down. Here is a shot! And a good one coming from the captain of the side, Yared Bai. I mean, almost made by co-commentator here scream in ecstasy here, Gilbert. What was so good about it that made you make so much noise of it? Tilahun has put it in the net! The left foot of Amsalu Tilahun shows why it is a dangerous left foot. And Amsalu Tilahun takes the free kick, sends it away from Jaco Penze. Good ball. The flag has stayed down. The goalkeeper is injured. This is going to be a goal. It will count. It's in the net from Mujiba. It doesn't matter that the goalkeeper is down, having been injured in a previous move. This will count. Mujib's goal will stand, even as Jaco Penze came off his line. The flag was down. And so Mujib will have scored the second goal here from a tackle, which is normal and not illegal in there. Jaco Penze goes down. The ball is brought back to Mujib with one defender on line and another defender on the side stands, not very happy about what's going on. Mujib puts the ball in the net for the second goal. That's a little bit extreme, isn't it? Can you imagine coming with a mattress to, you know, try and take a nap on the field? Here is a good one! Again, just over the bar. Oh, but a good touch on that ball. Quite unexpectedly, almost beats the goalkeeper here. You know, the first shot was very easily dealt with. But then, that one almost caught Jaco Penze again. Jifar will probably try to use the... And Samake will have been beaten to a howler. And I asked this question a couple of minutes ago. Is it possible that Samake could lose concentration because of not having anything going to his side? And that's exactly what happens here. Samake is desolate. He knows he has landed uncomfortably, but also he didn't clear the ball. And that brings a little delight to the fans of Jifar. And does the right thing. to put the ball through here. Jaco Penze is beaten again. But you're going to give credit to Shimekit Guksa, whether you want it or not. As Samuel Yohannes scores for Fasil, it's because of the work that has been done by Shimekit Guksa. Samuel Yohannes is the scorer of this one. Again, Shimekit Guksa is involved in the push towards the area, and Guksa puts it in the net! The man I was talking about in terms of having been provider and saying that he should now put himself on the score chart. Finally, I think has heard me and decides to do exactly that and puts himself on the score chart. He's been provider. The final score then gives Fasil Kerema a further 3 points and 4 goals. Edesho gives Jimma just 1 goal. A very good morning to you after the Ethiopian Christmas. It's a resumption of the Ethiopian Premier League. The first game being played in Jimma. Jimma by Jifar playing St. George. Yeah, there's always that element of a quick raid coming in and probably pushing. Here is a shot! It's in the net! It's a goal! A lovely opportunistic shot. Oh, well, he takes advantage of that mistake by Adunya that sets the ball up at the center for him and whacks it past the goalkeeper as Biratesvia. Now looking for a chance to go through the middle. Again, the field is going to be one they have to contend with. Here is a cross. It's a very big one to Enoch Adunya with a volley that takes a side netting. Set himself up very well as well. That's the man who brought in the cross onto the left side, onto the right side rather. And then Enoch Adunya tries to go for it. Yep. Here is a shot. Then looking for a rebound here. It's a penalty. All you need to do is make it look like you are going to have a shot there. And that foul, even though he didn't have possession. So it's Kebede versus Jaco Penze. Penze goes the right direction. Kebede plants it in the far right side of Jaco Penze. Good tact, good anticipation and reflexes by Jaco Penze. But it's a goal for St. George. And it changes the scoreline now.
It has.
Oh, he's been dispossessed here. Oh, trying to chip the goalkeeper. Oh, the goalkeeper then recovers on time. Now, this is what football is supposed to be like. But look at Tariku. Capitalizes on a mistake here. Just the same as when Enoch Adunya made a mistake. Dispossesses the defender who's playing a very high line. Tries to chip the ball over. Brings it back onto the left side. Looking for another chance to try and bring in the cross. Getane Tanza surprises Jaco Penze, but Jaco Penze equally surprises with very quick footing to send this one off the field of play. That's good reflexes coming from the goalkeeper, but that's good reflexes from the striker as well. Simply turns on the right foot. It's just about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in the box going for it. Jaco Penze is off his line, and this one is put in by Getane Kebede. 2 goals in this match alone, and an easy one because he's totally unmatched for a striker. Gets a free header and makes no mistake with it. Puts it in the net away from Jaco Penze. Well, that's why they were working so frantically up. They really wanted to lead the game again. And then he makes space for himself out on the right side. Adunya is sneaking onto that same side. And then brings in the cross. Here again, tucked into the net. It's Getane Kebede. He's got a hat-trick. 1 touch and it's in the net. 1 touch on the head and he had put it in the net. This is just 4 minutes, 5 minutes after he scored the other goal. Getani Kebede is on target again. This should be the third hat-trick in the Ethiopian Premier League. The resumption of it. They need to string the passes. This is a better chance now. They got a man in the middle. Beckham Abdallah is looking for that ball as well. There he is, Abdallah, with a chance to strike. He dummies one, goes past the goalkeeper. It's the most beautiful of goals by Jifar. Ultimately, getting into the net. That's the beauty of it all. Might be losing, yes, but that's how you score the goals. Lovely one and a beautiful celebration as well on the sides. He obviously will endear himself to the fans as well. That is Beckham Abdallah. Takes his time and the coach is happy with him as well. Rounds up everybody there is in that defense, including the goalkeeper. From Jimma University, the final score is Jimma 2, St. George 3 at full time.
A very good afternoon to you. Welcome to Jimma City, and nowhere else in the world is the ceremony of coffee more elaborate and sweeter than in the city of the origin of coffee itself. You're now familiar with the story of Khalid and how he discovered the coffee berries and took them to the monastery where they roasted them, having decided to get rid of them, and then were attracted by the aroma, and therein sparked the very good ceremony of always serving the coffee. Now it's been served in very many places around the city, but what is going to be served here at the stadium will be a different blend of that coffee and a different taste as well. Jimma Jifar, the home club, will be playing Wolaita Dicha. It's going to be a free kick. It's for Wolaita. From the set piece, the distance is very long as well. It will be lobbed into the area. Jacob Penze was out there, and I think that attempted header is what saves it from going into goal.
That's poor timing. There's no agility at all from the goalkeeper.
That should have been going. Should have been going into the goal area. If it wasn't touched there, well, okay. I think maybe the touch is the one that helped it out. Maybe the touch that helped it out. Yeah, it was very, very close.
Play acting.
Look at they put it in the net. It's in the most comical of fashions that this is happening. The captain of the Wolaita Dicha side. And a very good header, and the goalkeeper and the defender are not working to try and get that ball. Jacob Penze, it's his responsibility to get onto that one. The defender is holding onto that post, but neither of them is rising to the occasion here. Well, you will compliment the strike, the defender, Degu Debebe, for putting the ball into the net. Foul right in front of the referee here. Mr. Haile Jesus Bazizel will give it to the Jimma Jifar side. He's having a little chat with Messiah Genyehu. Free kick, Belaku is preparing to take it. With a hard one, he hits the net! Belaku with some of the best shots in the league so far. This is almost half of the distance from the halfway mark. You know, 3/4 way, or even like a quarter of the field away from the Wolaita Dicha goal area. Belaku pumps it into the net. No one has a touch on it, not even the goalkeeper. Now the Jimma Jifar fans have something to sing about here. And here comes Wolaita Dicha trying to get a through ball. Jacob Penze is covering it. They've scored as well. 2 goals in 2 minutes and 1 for each side. Wolaita Dicha changing the scoreline. Oh yes, they're not very happy. I mean, how can it happen just less than a minute? Actually, still within the 44th minute, the 45th minute. And a good through ball from Birhanu gets Messiah Agenyehu in the right decision. Quick one up at the front with a shot that is hard by Buzayehu in the show. Power. But again, we have to look for that shot that sells precision, Gilbert.
Yeah, it's power before precision. Oh.
But that's a shot and a half.
That's a shot and a half. Those long balls.
Yeah, but that's what the coach was intimating at that moment, Gilbert. He was telling them, lump the balls up front, you know, have one person up there and just push the balls up. Would you believe that's what the Wolaita teacher coach was saying? It means that he wants them up at the front, doesn't want them in their defense area. Here is the curving corner, the header is in the net. It's Gugsa. What power with which he puts the ball in the net. It's Antene who beats Jaco Penze. But he comes from so far away to be able to put his head to that one. Oh, they're not going to react any worse now, are they? Yeah, it's Antene Gugsa, the man who puts his head to that ball. This header is
there
power.
Is no challenge.
Now, there is nobody marking him. He's coming from the other side. No one is even seeing him. Brings it to the center. And out on the right side. Again, marking is lacking here. Oh, it's just that the shot doesn't come. Or they leave it again. Jaco Penze tries to get to it. This is going to be offside. But Jaco Penze makes a half-hearted attempt to get to it as well. He knows the defenders have already made the mistakes. Don't you know? Because the ball's coming off the goalkeeper. I don't know.
I'm not sure about that call.
From the Jimma University Stadium. Jimma 1, Wolaita 3. Gugsa, Agenyehu and Debebe on the mark, Walde for the 1 on the Jimma side. A very good morning to you. Welcome to the Bahar Dar International Stadium. It's week 12 of the Ethiopian Premier League. And it's Jimma but Jifar, who are last on the Premier League, who are taking on Sidama Buna. They'll obviously be watching Mamadou Sidibe and that very tall defender, Git Gatkut, because they obviously are the ones who get to the ball much easier. The defenders quickly remove this one. Gatkut gets onto that ball but doesn't give it a powerful header enough. Other side, and a good way now to beat the trap. And here is a shot that just veers off target. I think that Habtamu Gezahen was waiting for it to roll over, to curve down on the left side, but he stayed diagonally across. That means he couldn't have been offside. Obviously, players from the opposing side are not allowed in the wall. It goes into a very low and has a little touch that you could only hear, but you probably could not see. That sends it out for a corner. It's going to be a corner for the side. Yeah, there was a little touch. You could only hear the touch. You couldn't quite see the touch with naked eyes. Sidibe, and the other shot is parried off by the goalkeeper. Gezahen gets the best of the passes that are coming from Mamadou Sidibe. And then his own shot is stopped by Abubakar Nouri. Jimma with a good through ball. This is going to be a penalty. No doubt about it. It is going to be a penalty. It doesn't matter how much you're going to worry about it, how much you're going to challenge for it, how much you're going to appeal against it. It's been given for a penalty for Jimma Jifar. But a good tack to get into the box. Here is the penalty. Left foot. Sends the goalkeeper on the wrong side and puts it in the net. It's 1-0 for Jimma. Buzayehu Edesho, who scored 2 goals himself for the Jimma Jifar side, is there. But the happiest man will obviously be the coach, Segai Kidane Mariam. They could just be wanting to catch the eye of the coach, as you put it, Gilbert, because at mid-season there's usually a lot of changes that come in. And with the right money, you get the right players as well. Here is the header, parried off by Fikru Odessa. But a lovely hanging header from that cross there. Good heading, good goalkeeping by Fikru Odessa as well. Now that's a free header among so many other heads that could have been getting onto it. It's very well taken. But the defensive formation for Jimma is there as well. Unless they cut it through, they slice a 45. Sidibe goes for power. Control misses in that.
Very, very poor technical application.
And avoiding the offside trap. Again, looking for a chance for Sidibe to cut into this one. Nouri gets there instead and cuts it out and picks it up for the Jimma Jifar side. They're going to have to mastermind something to get past Nouri.
They're really loading that left-hand side. I mean, right-hand side of attack. Yeah. Loading, yeah.
In the proverbial 70th minute, a lot of energies are spent at about this time, and a lot of there's always a lot of people who actually then lose concentration at about this time, and Mamadou was almost capitalizing on that. So they've already taken the corner. The cross comes in for a 45 from Wandi Mag and Mark from
the captain
Jamal, I beg your pardon. Sidibe ships it. A good way to avoid the offside trap, and a good volley as well. But then it just hits the top of the post and goes off the field of play. But would have been a classic goal here had it gone into the net. Takes the side netting, I think, Gilbert.
That's very, very intelligent chip by Sidibe Mamadou to give Giroum a safer.
Well, rolling it just outside of the box, looking for the chances. A very good task, come in for it, but then the shot is not the kind that can beat Abubakar Nouri.
I like the way he has provided himself, and that's quick one two and a very good shot. Very highly technical player with a very good shot.
So 3 points for Jimma, and that makes it 7 for them. We'll see where they are on the log. From the Dar International Stadium, Jimma 1, Sidama 0. It's full time. Dar International Stadium. That is where we're going to be playing this afternoon's match. Jimma Jifar, who previously were the whipping boys of the Ethiopian Premier League and who are the bottom of the log before they made a change on the coach, and he still would be looking at winning ways for his side, only that they are playing Walkite, the one man who's going to be giving a lot of runs for the Walkite side whenever they will be having possession. Oh well, here the flag has stayed down and it's in the net. It would be Temesgen Darese with an early one here for the Jimma Jifar side. Now, a couple of weeks back, you'd not have fathomed Jimma Jifar taking the lead in any match. Now you can expect anything to come from them. Thomas Sibretu, one of the biggest men in that defense, is wondering how that happened and how Temesgen Darese just got through there. I'll not blame you if you're not exactly sure who's who on this one, as it takes the crossbar from a big header from the captain, Thomas Simretu. Comes in with all the power that you would need on a header. This is to Tesfaye Negash. Ayele, just looking like he's been caught in surprise here as Abdul Karim Warku then goes for a very quick sporadic shot after just getting a little touch coming from Ayele. That's almost catching Nouri there.
That's good technique, Bernard. That's good technique. He gives a pass to Ayele and goes back for the setback. Good shot, good technique. Just going out by a whisker.
Looking for a shot here. Nouri pushes it back into play as Ayele will latch onto it. So Walkita did try to get a shot towards goal that lighted up the stadium a bit here.
That was a blockbuster from Haptamu Shewalen.
Yeah, well pushed off as well by the goalkeeper, Abubakar Nouri. Just didn't make any mistakes with it. This is Warku. Tries to cut it back to get a shot towards goal. They've got another chance here. Oh, too many touches. Too many touches here. And I think for Abubakar Nouri, it's a question of just making sure he has a fingertip touch sometimes onto that ball. The open palm has saved it twice. Two palms have also saved it twice. It goes directly towards goal. Nouri doesn't have a touch on it. It takes the crossbar. And they've got 3 men here. The 4th one arriving and putting it in the net. I think the flag is up for offside. They will be protesting that as well. But it came from such a deep side of the midfield.
Cannot be
There
offside.
was no offside. You know, by the time the ball was played, there was no offside.
Well, some good footwork from Jimma. And a through ball to Temesgen. He's tried to round off his markers. He brings it on to the other side. He takes the crossbar again. Had short on the left foot. Coming from the left side. And that's the man who's executed it, Surafel Awol, trying to get back onto position. What a shot from Surafel Awol. Rattling the crossbar. It's not the first time they've done that as well. It's cleared off this time round. This one is pushed off. Walkite managed to put it in the net. And this is going to be counting. The man with the backflips, I think, will take the credit for it. Ahmed Mohamed, I think, is the one who has punched it in. Even though there would be a celebration from the other side with Abdul Karim Warku almost claiming it, I think it's Ahmed Mohamed who will get it. And then Warku brings in the cross. This one's in the net. It is going to be given to Ahmed Hussein. Lovely little touch on the right foot for the very, very hard-working man up there. And Walkite have taken the lead here. Yeah, there's going to be singing and dancing now. All those songs that had been kept aside for just this kind of moment now will be brought out. A 69th minute goal. Walkite score in a span of 5 minutes. Well, that's the scoreline. Jimma 1, Walkite 2 at full time. In the ongoing Ethiopian Premier League, good afternoon and welcome to the late kickoff of the ongoing Ethiopian Premier League. The resumption of it, which is now running to its 6th week, has Sabeta City playing Jimma Jifar in the late kickoff today. Abdulaziz Tofik sends it on to the right, and then two men are coming close here. Here is the header, trying to go for a diving header, but it doesn't work out so well for this man, Israel Eshetu. He's already scored 2 goals from very hard work, Gilbert. The ones that I remember is one against St. George and another one against the Buna side in the 14th minute.
Well, he's bulky and he's also very fast. He really knows how to run off the ball, and in that particular instance.
Here is Jimma. Can they do better on that attack by the Sabeta side? A long ball out. The goalkeeper is off his line. It's been chipped. It just over the bar. Sadiq has noticed that Mintesinot loves to be off the line. You could have seen the hesitation on Sadiq as that ball came to him, which means he was calculating and also trying to wait for the goalkeeper to get as close as possible. Has been very easily waylaid and dispossessed by Malaku all day. And here now, who's going to be the guilty person here? Because the striker also controlled the ball. The goalkeeper was also going for it. I think the foul has been given to Sabeta. He's not very happy, Mr. Paulos Getachew. The Muluken Tariku can't take it that low on the right foot. Doesn't look like he's well set for it. Oh, it's none of the two, but it's spun through and into the net! Directly in to the net, past the players. It's called a hot shot, and it's put in by Roba Warku. This one I can see with my own 2 eyes that it has been cut back, looking for a chance to put in the net. He should have just gone for power. Israel Eshetu certainly is getting a little bit uncomfortable in there. The fans are saying, I could have put that ball into the net. What's going on there? And Israel Eshetu had 2 options. Push it on the first touch. He controlled it. He should have put it in the net. Masood Mohamed is also slipping into that central defense to help them as they come in to the left side, and a big lift again. Jacob Penze will take this one very easily, but the first time that Sabeta is actually breaking through that defense and getting the ball to the goalkeeper with a challenge almost coming from Bolchashura, the Jimma Jifar side, and now believing the best way to defend this game is also to attack. And it's opened up, like we said. There's men running back into defense in red, yes, but they're sprinkled now, not as solid as when we saw it earlier. Good ball down on the left side. A deep cross and a chance to place it.
takes away just a little time. So defending numbers and target your man up at the front and see whether or not you can get him to change the statistics. I'm going to be looking for your advice, Gilbert, in about a minute or so on what these two teams should do at about now. But for the Jimma Jifar side, they're defending with all they've got in this game. A foul on Abdulatif Taufik being pushed off the ball by Nigatu Gabriel Selassie.
They need to play the diagonal passes with well-timed passes right behind the defenders, with strikers running in behind. That's the only way to beat this kind of a trap.
They've got a chance to do exactly that. This one comes and it's in the net with Jaco Penze. His anticipation just lacking there, and we almost say that he was just taking a nap in there and was taking things easy. And we said that goalkeepers were making errors at about this time, and Jaco Penze proves exactly that. He's gone into a lull. He doesn't dive to that ball. And Fitsum Gabriel Mariam, who has come in as a substitute, again scores. Now returns the ball into the area. That's offside, no doubt about it. But Jaco Penze should know any ball that goes in that direction, whether offside or not, he's got to get his hand onto it. What a game, what a score. Jimma pull another draw here for Sebeta. They will have to reorganize and relook it. Sebeta 1, Jimma 1 at full time. And a very good morning to you again from the lakeside city of Awassa. If you're a footballer, then your home will be the Awassa Stadium, and more specifically for the purposes of the league this time round, it's the Awassa University Stadium. Sidama Kofi, the home province team of the Sidama region, is going to be taking on Jimma Jifar. Oh, here is a good turn. It hits the back of the net from Okiki Afolabi. What a hard header coming from Okiki Afolabi. What a cross as well. And Abubakar Nuri will be a very unhappy goalkeeper, but we can give him advice for free. You can't stop a header with that kind of power from that kind of striker. And a chip coming from Sade Mutuku again. Okiki Afolabi, he loses his footing but still gets back into it. Afolabi is on the overdrive today. He's scored 5 goals now, including the one he scored a couple of minutes ago. But he's not lacking here.
World is finding it extremely difficult to mark him, because all that Okiki is doing is running behind him into space.
It's out on the right side, and a shot that veers off target. Quickly taken from the right side. It's not troubling the goalkeeper at all, that one.
He missed it, though he had cover from Secho on the right-hand side with a good shot, but really didn't hit the target.
Okiki Afolabi in front of goal for a shot. It's in the net. It's a goal for Sidama. Oh, he's got reason to celebrate. And with a pose that says, I am here, and you can't do anything about it. Okiki Afolabi scores his 2nd goal for the game here, and his 6th goal for Sidama Buna, having come in the mid-season break. He might just be the man lifting them away from the relegation zone. Here is a shot that comes from the new substitute. Then Elias Ataro then moves it away. I'll tell you who got involved in that as well. It's going to be a problem here for the Jimma side, as the goalkeeper was trying to clear this one. I think the shot coming from Dawita Faraguta. Because Okiki as well was making it happen. Here is Jimma recovering 1. And again, guess who is on target for the Jimma side? They pull 1 goal back. While everybody was concentrating on the onslaughts of the Sidama Buna side, there's one man who's just thinking about how he's going to change things up at the front. 7th goal for Temesgen Derese. Hero Bekele is wondering what has hit him. He just didn't clear the ball at all. Here is Okiki Afolabi. He has recovered it and put in another goal. His first hat-trick in the Ethiopian Premier League.
And he's going to be going home with the match ball today for scoring 3 goals. What a goal from Okiki Afolabi. Doesn't give time for the Jimma side to celebrate having pulled 1 goal back. Gets a feed from so far away. And then a mistake by the defenders here. Brings it back into possession. Is on the right side by Gezahen. Is coming in through the center. Falabi will trouble everybody there. Finds Dawita Ferraguta on the outside. Lifts it up for Bogale. Yigezu has put it in the net. What a super sub on Yigezu Bogale. Has just come in the 81st minute and scores a goal just as quickly as he did in the earlier game. Put through by Tafere Guta. He lifts it over and above the goalkeeper. This has crossed the line and hits the top of the net on the other side. So, Gezahen. And that is how you take a shot from there. Should be a learning curve. You occasionally wish you'd be part of this as well. Sidama 4, Jimma 1. Okiki in the 6th, 38th and 71st. And 84th by Bogale. And the rest in the 70th. From the Awasa University Stadium. A very good morning to you and welcome again to Awasa University Stadium. That is where we're going to be today. Wolaita Dicha will be playing Jimma Jifar in yet another match in the continuing Ethiopian Premier League. I think he's going to try and carve it inwards towards the goalkeeper. That's why everybody will be going to Prince Waongo. Sumanu all going to angle for this ball. Sumanu just misses a connection here. It was onside and a good run by Rahim Osumanu.
It's a good delivery from Temesgen Teresa, and it's pinpoint pass. It's a pinpoint pass. You'd wonder where were the eyes, because at this particular point Usumano's eyes should be focused on that ball, and that's a big miss.
Yehu, there's a chance for Gatwoj Padoma with a good shot that beats everybody else. A couple of touches, sends it out for a corner. Nuri was the last line of defense there. The build-up very well done with a man who was very, very calm. Sintayehu Mengistu. Can Wolaita do the same on this side? They got the men up at the front and they're onside. Looking for a little touch here. Nuri again comes to the rescue.
That's good goalkeeping. He closes Anagaubadek down because that was a very, very well floated pass.
He's asking, where are you? Lovely chip. Here is Waongo. Oh, he hits the post. He's put it in the net. Prince Waongo. No, he'll have to thank me for the coaching I've given him, Gilbert, that he has to come back into the center to wait for that delivery. And Waongo is celebrating this one. Looked like a very casual take by Prince Waongo. But they opened the scores here, the Jimma Jifar side. You have to thank the hard work of Rahim Osumanu, who brings the ball here. He's asking who's there.
Absolutely, this is the mark of a good striker. You know, he stops the ball, he lifts his hand up, asking for whoever is going there, and he picks the right pass at the right moment. Good touch, a good shot from Waongo. Near post, the goalkeeper, no chance.
That will be Abubakar Nuris. It doesn't put it too far off. The resultant shot again is deflected as the Wolaita Dicha side try to get a chance to put the ball back into the net. It just refuses to go in. Very careful header there. That shot should have been pumped right into the net. And the captain will look at what he did there and wonder, not the captain, but the Antene Gulsa, the defender, will look at that and wonder why he didn't pump it straight into the net. But that's the ultimate action. Okay, but let's look at that substitution. What do you think about it?
Well, I think they needed somebody who is more progressive, and that's why they rested Indi Said as a typical number 10 and brought in Ababayeu Hajiso.
And I think we are having a difficult situation here with the Wolaita striker Cherinet Gux having been brought down in the box. This is no doubt going to be a penalty. He had the eye on the ball. He was going for control here as well. There's a touch coming from behind, and the referee has given a penalty for this one because of that tackle that seems to bring him down. Sintayehu Mengistu
He knows they need all the points here. Mengistu versus Nuri, takes onto the post, the top side of the post, and this one goes over. It's going to be a free kick. And the Jimma by Jifar side will survive. Just a test of the mentality. It's equally difficult. Sinta Yehu puts it in the net. On the second touch, the defenders are wondering what exactly has happened to this. And Sinta Yehu stays his ground, picks up the ball, controls it, and puts it in the net on his left foot. Scores his 10th goal. It was pretty evident from the time he missed the penalty that he's trying to make amends for it. The defenders will blame themselves forever. He's not offside. Likes to electrify the left side. He's made it obvious that he's going to bring a cross from that side. Good turn on a 45 here. Looking for just a touch from Osumano. It hits the other side of the net, not going through the posts. Ajay makes himself very big and covers the entire distance. This was a good chance as well, Gilbert.
It's a good run, good cross, and at this point you won't expect that he's going to use his left foot.
Who's that?
That is
Osumano.
Osumano. And he uses his right foot instead and does the clearance for Wolaita Dicha.
Good ball up at the front, looking for just one or two touches for Jimma. Bangs it on Ajay. The only chance that they had so far to change the scoreline here for the Jimma side is blocked off. Sadiq Seicho. Wolaita 1, Jimma 1. It's full time from the Awasa University Stadium. A very good afternoon to you from the diplomatic capital of Africa, Addis Ababa. From the town that means the beautiful flower, it's Walkita City that will be playing Jimma Aba Jifar. Long ball lobbed into the box. We haven't seen that coming in this direction. Well picked up here and then trying to go past the defenders. I thought for once here that Surafella Wall would have just pulled the trigger and shot directly at goal, Gilbert. Walkita side trying to come in more from the left side, and they're having good fortune as well, trying to come in from that side. The shot, it takes the post on the left side, almost beating Jaco Penze. No, Jaco Penze did not have a touch on it, but a big hard shot from the left side. It's very well set up, and Jaco Penze is covering the area. Through Solomon, and a chance for Hussein again. Doesn't have the correct connection. Muajir Menki brings in the kind of cross that Solomon loves, but it just doesn't go to Solomon's connection properly. He is a predatory striker. It looked like a shot. It looks like a shot, but Solomon, Hussein knows that he needs to get a connection for it to be able to make it work. They opt for a very quick one because Aime Mohammed was on hand there. Good one, and a hard one as well to Jaco Penze. Big bally goalkeeper.
Big boy. That's a big boy in goal again. Ame on the right hand side with a technical cross there. And look at the way the three players from Walkite just waiting to pounce onto any drop ball from the goalkeeper.
Here is a shot. The power was in there. Lovely through ball to the left side, to the man who works very hard. Oh, he still brought it into the center and was bringing it for Ahmed Hussein to strike towards goal. And I think it just didn't come to him correctly on his foot, and there was also the interception. But my man, Free Solomon, is the one who works hard, doesn't give up here, and still manages to bring the ball back to the center. This goes out for a corner. Then they attempt to bring it back to the left side. Here is a good chance this time round, although it's veered off. They've got a chance to bring it closer. The dummy, and who's going to take the shot? It goes off target. Just marginally off target from probably the best build-up in the second half so far. Very well organized, up to and including the dummy by Abdul Karim Warku, who leaves it when it's coming and dummies it for a shot here. Yeah, I thought it was quite a distance to be able to attempt anything like that. It's not going to drop from that distance into what you want it to be. Here is Hussein. Hits the poster. Past the goalkeeper, Jacob Penze. A hard shot, a hard run as well. Freu takes a shot here. Penze stops it. Long shot from Wakite. It takes the crossbar but goes off the field of play. I think Jacob Penze was already organizing himself. I think you need to look at Jacob Penze's posture when the shot comes. Look, Jacob Penze. Well, he's not jumping. He's in between wanting to touch it and also wanting to just let it roll off the field of play. The result of that is it takes the crossbar and it goes out on its own.
Jimma, they had two golden opportunities, one that fell to Muluken Tariku and the other one to Medeskin.
Here is Hussein looking for a chance to lob it over the goalkeeper again. It doesn't work out for him. Two options that he had, and he pulled something on the left foot as well. He could have headed the ball over the goalkeeper, or he could have lobbed the ball over the goalkeeper. Speed was of the essence. He should have done that earlier. The collision between Jacob Penze and Hussein leaves both men on the ground. Should have lifted it there, either on the head. On the left side, they're not getting a combination that can help them. Could this be the turning moment of this game here? Hurriedly taken shot, but a good intention and a good, good anticipation here. At full time from Addis Ababa, Wakite nil, Jimma nil.
A very good morning to you. We are in Awasa. Jimma of Jifar, a team that is destined for relegation, they're second last on the log, are playing a team that is destined for the second position only if they want to take it and if they want to work hard enough for it. Bahadar could very easily get to 38 points as the maximum for themselves. To Siom Tesfaye then, who brings in the cross. And a good shot here from Temesgen Teresa, the man who's expected to salvage the season for the Jimma Jifar side. So 12 minutes that we have played, and this probably would have been the best for the Jimma with Temesgen Teresa going on the right foot shot. But Sean was in the right position, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's a good execution by Temesgen Teresa.
Well, he provides here with a chance to beat the goalkeeper. Lovely rebound and reaction by Abubakar Nouri. Just picks this one up from the air quite unexpectedly, in a move in which again it is Wandimu who started it. Either gives you a little bit of some supernatural strength or even some supernatural vision. This one, a nice one by Menyulu Wandimu again over the bar.
That's very intelligent.
First time that they're using that kind of tactic.
It's very, very intelligent, and he controls the ball. At this particular point, you expect him to give a pass, but that's a surprise shot. It would have gotten Nouri out of position.
He's losing his position more often than not, but wants to be a superstar here and takes a long shot. He's missing in the combination up at the front, but suddenly turns up with a shot from nowhere. The defender is off the line. And Baradara coming in through the left side with Gezahen looking for where to take it to. Good punch coming out of Fikre Mikael Alemu, pushed out by Abubakar Nouri. He's had enough practice.
Yeah,
so he's just now perfecting everything else.
He has enough practice. That is a good feed and good technical application by Fikre Michael. Again, it's been a holiday for Nouri.
Maybe that's a better delivery. Subanu decides to go on a diving header. It's just that it goes off target. It's going to be a goal kick. But it's the one opportunity that Subanu has decided to capitalize on. As the ball comes, he quickly launches himself forward. I think he had the touch. He's the one who had the touch.
There's no doubt. It's good technical application. He's getting in between the two central defenders.
Ongo in a very quick run here. Osumanu cuts it back and takes it away from Enafo Wall. Temesgen Teresa is onside. He's got the goalkeeper to beat Temesgen. Puts it over the bar. And a good chance for him to just punch it through the net. Cut off just briefly by Menyulu Wandimu. Odessa has also joined the fray up at the front. It's a well-floated ball here, but Odessa doesn't take it with his head. It hits another part of his body. I think the hand, I think the foot as well. And it's not because he's kicking out. He just doesn't have any impact on sending it forward.
He doesn't. That's a good delivery and a technical principle here that has been lost.
Wants to start a quick build-up, but it's stopped by it's stopped in the midfield by the Jimma side. Tamani Guse was quick enough to touch onto that one.
It's a gift, Bernard. It's a gift. It's a back pass.
Why did you refuse the gift?
Yes. Look at that. That is the Selemlek, and he gives a back pass to the goalkeeper, and Waongo is right there, and he kicks the ball outside.
Big kick by Ataro, right into the box. Asumanu this time round gets onto the header that is not on target. Second time again that he's had an opportunity like that. The target evades him.
It's well floated, Bernard. I think right in between the two central defenders.
He takes it himself, Girma. Little flip, it comes cross here. This one is deflected off from a point-blank shot by the man closest to it, who should have been, punching that one directly into goal. It's the captain himself, Mikael Alemu, pointing out to Baek, saying that's going to be a foul. It's right in front of the penalty box here, and it's deliberate by...
To take one for the team.
Oh, it's a red card tacked. I mean, it's just a professional foul that he executes there. Need to be there. It's given to Fitsumalemu with Nuri. Then pushing it onto the side in the very final move of this game, in which Jimma will pick 1 point. Baradar will also pick just 1 point. So they share 1 point apiece from the Hawassa University Stadium. It's Jimma nil and Bahardar nil. Good afternoon to you. Welcome back to the Direndawa International Stadium. And that's where St. George is going to be playing Jimma Jifar in round 19 for Jimma Jifar and round 18 for the St. George club. They want to get off the relegation zone, so they will need the points and they want to bring them as quickly as they can. Just in case you haven't heard it, then 2 clubs have already been promoted onto the Premier League at the moment, and one of them is Addis Ababa City, and the other one is the Defense Forces team Mekelakeya. It's going to be a corner. Ooh, lovely little flick. It's in the net from Ketani Kebede. You could have seen it from a distance, from a mile away. Just the way he was soaring up in the air, and the way he touched it is what endears you to the striker, who now puts in yet another goal, makes it 12th. But quite in style is what you will be looking at. Big run down on the right side. And Prince Waongo! And then the header coming from Asumanu. Not on target, but he's hanging in there in the header, in the air. And you can see that he's going to just flick it. You can see the empty net as well. It's the accuracy that lets him down. That win over Ethiopia Buna in the derby is the one that is pushing them forward. But previously they drew it Sebeta 0-0, drew it Hawassa 1-1. And with Direda as well. Here is a shot, looking for a chance for anyone to touch it, coming from the captain Elias Ataro. And Rahim Asumanu, who would have been expected to just touch that one into the net this time round, is found flat-footed as well in there. Everybody did think that it was going to be an offside here, but there's no offside from where the ball is taken. Lovely little touch of skill by Prince Waongo. Enough to be able to get at least a cross onto the left side. Here is the shot. Now that is called a power shot. And it's just parried off by the goalkeeper, Barunegash. The first real time that anything has gone to Barunegash. But just the way it is moved from the left to the right, Gilbert, is one to marvel at.
That is Temesgen. And what a way to take a shot from Rahim Osumanu. The ball is rolling, good technique, good power behind it.
It started very quickly with Prince Waongo. And a chance here that has been turned in by Temesgen Derese. Believe it or not, Temesgen Derese has scored 2 of the quickest goals in resumption. And this one is about 16 seconds. He beat his own record of 28 seconds that he scored against Hawassa. He's done it again, Temesgen Derese. They've called in 15 seconds of the game. to change the scoreline here for the Jimma of Jifar side and bring them back into the game. It's a long one into the area. The goalkeeper has his hands on it, but a chance to turn it in by Getani Kebede. He was thinking that it could have been a foul on the goalkeeper, so he doesn't put the full power on it. Plus, he has to rotate like 360 degrees to be able to get to it. There's no offside at all, no offside flag. They thought that that would have been a foul. It's very tight marking on Osumanu especially. Again, it's very quickly taken. They know the value of just speed here, and that is what they were capitalizing on. And Temesgen Derese, I think, has just perfected the art of going very quickly while everybody else is organizing himself.
Yeah, that's quick feet, good technique. The ball is dipping, just a moment. For a second, it just didn't really dip at the right time.
Temesgen Derese gets off. He's looking for Subanu and puts him through, but in a very acute angle. And Subanu tries to cut it back. He had already given up. You could see it in the run. But he still does the best that he can under the circumstances.
Well, that's very good communication between Osumanu and Temesgen Derese. Of course, Derese knew that he had space on the right-hand side.
There's going to be a free kick here. Lifted down into the box, and then Frimpong Mensu himself almost handles it.
Kebede is furious.
He's furious, yeah. But the handball didn't even count at that moment. Yeah, but the ball came back and he was in the offside position. Frank Natal is looking for some air to be able to scratch it. Getani Kebede is livid about that decision. The referee is down, and he knows it takes off a little bit of the pressure they were exerting. Here it is again. Look at where Frimpong is. He goes for a handball, stays there. He's not leaving there. So when the ball comes to that side, he's in between the defenders and the goalkeeper already.
And I think Kebede is furious that Frimpong actually got into his way.
St. George 1, Jimma 1 at full time.